Hi everyone, and welcome to Sports Watch. If you like the content, please press the bell icon for further notifications and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. UFC Tampa witnessed the end of Colby Chaos Covington in the octagon as a professional fighter. He was beaten from pillar to post by Joaquin Buckley. Colby was left a bloody mess, and the fight had to be stopped via doctor stoppage because Colby sustained a nasty cut above his right eye thanks to a right hand by Buckley. Covington did get a takedown in the third round but couldn't do anything with it. So all the narrative of him coming back into the fight is pure nonsense. Buckley won that fight hands down and didn't put a foot wrong in the fight. Colby looked flat and slow. He didn't have any power to hurt Buckley with anything. Throughout fight week, Colby's body language was off. He's usually the loud mouth in the room, the boisterous one, always talking smack about his opponents. But here he was rather reserved. The lack of confidence was evident. Whether he was nursing some sort of injury is not known, but he didn't look confident at all. On the other hand, Joaquin Buckley looked the exact opposite. He was motivated and wanting to make a statement. He was in camp preparing for young Gary. Colby was a late replacement, but he looked sharp and fast. He has tremendous power in either hand and can be a real handful in the welterweight division. His movement and footwork were excellent, coupled with his punches, which hurt Covington every time they landed. But the most impressive thing was his takedown defense for the first two rounds. Whenever Colby shot for a takedown, Buckley not only defended it but also made him pay. He was digging into those body of Colby with those right hooks, and it was clear from Colby's expression that he was being hurt by them. The speed of Buckley was a huge difference. Colby looked slow, and the time out of the ring hasn't helped him one bit. He looked every bit of the 36 years of age. This young group of fighters are talented everywhere, not just in one area. Colby thought it would be easy to take Buckley down, but it was strange to see that Buckley had great takedown defense and Colby looked weak. Colby was weak in the clinch. Buckley looked strong, and even when Colby was deep in his legs trying for a takedown, Buckley was still able to wrestle him off. That kind of sunk the heart of Colby. With blood dripping down from his eyes, it was always going to be an uphill battle against a younger opponent. Buckley was composed. Despite hurting Colby multiple times, he didn't rush in. He systematically broke him down. This win for Buckley puts him right up there amongst the top three of the division. He was supposed to fight young Gary. With his power, he can most definitely knock Gary out. He called out Kamaru Usman next, another great potential matchup. At his age, Usman is ripe for the taking. The speed and the power of Buckley is going to be a huge factor in that fight as well. But Usman is tougher than Colby. He's physically much more stronger and more imposing than Colby as well. But it will be difficult for Usman given he's not getting any younger. As for Colby Covington, he needs to reassess what his next move at welterweight is. If he was choosing his opponents carefully before, he has to be doubly careful now. Otherwise, he may quickly go down the Tony Ferguson route. And at this point of time in his career, he should stay the hell away from young Gary. Both have been feuding online for quite some time now. And now that both have lost a fight, the fight between the two of them is even more probable. But the way Colby struggled with Buckley tonight, he would face similar problems, if not more, with Ian Gary. His wrestling, which was his greatest strength, is slowly becoming more and more non-existent. And Ian Gary looked good in the wrestling exchanges with Safkat. So now Colby would never take that fight. After all the things that he has said of Ian's wife, it would be a rough night for him. The UFC won't be providing him with favorable matchups anytime soon. It will be one upcoming challenger after the other, one killer after the other, to be more precise. The best of Colby is done, and what's left of him now is just a mere skeleton of his former self. And today, that was exposed big time. Even Chael Sonnen, who was there in Colby's corner, the perennial hype man, couldn't do anything to turn Colby's fortune. Colby lacked confidence. He looked afraid at times to trade with Buckley because he was being lit up. It's the chin of Colby which is extremely impressive and which kept him in the fight for that long. Let me know in the comments section what you feel. And if you like the content, please like, share and subscribe to the channel.